Detective Fender's facial muscles started twitching as if they had a will of their own. He closed his eyes and took a deep breath, but kept his mouth shut. I admired the detective's perseverance. Rowling's remark was ridiculous enough to drive a seasoned investigator into yelling at him, or punching him. Perhaps he knew he could shrug off the experience as a weird encounter with an eccentric Fed. On the other hand, I recalled my situation and felt like pulling my hair out. It was day one of my new career as a special assistant in the FBI, and assuming from Hernandez's words it seemed like I was stuck with this job for a long while. Okay, so it was a free country and I was entitled to leave my position anytime I wished. Then again, that didn't mean I could ditch my monstrous student loan. After a while, Fender groaned through his gritted teeth.
Thank you for identifying the killer.
You're welcome.
Rowling nodded nonchalantly. How would you arrest a ghoul? Will there be any judges who'll issue the arrest warrant? I said. It was meant to be sarcasm, but Rowling didn't get it. On the other hand, Fender's face turned crimson.
Leave it all to me. For this matter, I need to look at some references to support my theory.
Rowling said, and looked at the Patek Philippe watch on his wrist.
Okay, so we'll be back after a lunch break.
He turned toward the exit. I thanked Detective Fender, who responded with a wave. Then I followed my free-spirited boss. Hey, have you ever heard of protocol? I said to Rowling's back.
Stop talking to me like I'm a barbarian or a Neanderthal. When I was a kid, I was always sent to manners camp. I know how to behave like a responsible, boring adult. It's just that, sometimes, I deliberately avoid behaving like a dull person. Mostly because I happen to be a jolly, exciting person.
Wow, really? I rolled my eyes.
Stop rolling your eyes.
He reprimanded me without looking back. I'm not rolling my eyes, I lied. Rowling glared at me suspiciously, but proceeded to make a phone call as he continued walking. Once inside the Ferrari, he got off the phone, and I asked, what did you mean about the ghoul coming out of the canvas and eating the painter? Sometimes, art pieces are described as lifelike, but usually, such pieces are extremely good. The painting at the station was mediocre at best.
Yeah, that was mediocre, and the only reason I don't use a stronger word is because it's not worth the criticism.
Rowling shrugged. Then, what? Don't tell me the paint was made of some kind of flesh-eating bacteria.
That's close to my theory, if not perfect.
It was supposed to be a joke.
Oh yeah, to be exact, the paint itself was nothing special. But it was laced with a certain kind of microorganism that is kept in a metabolic state of life, in which an animal's metabolic activities come to a reversible standstill, aka a temporary and reversible life cessation. These microorganisms were resuscitated with light stimulation, and the rest is history. They proliferated, ate the victim, and as a result the victim disappeared.
How can you tell that without running tests?
They ran tests and detected a trace of sagebrush from Cape Verde. I have a hunch that the microorganisms that ate Ivan Flynn came from islands close to the African coast.
He responded confidently. Are you sure such microorganisms exist? Okay, so the mortality rate of flesh-eating bacterial infection tends to be quite high. Then again, it's not like the victims disappear like smoke. Most of the time, the patients get necrotizing fasciitis, sepsis, leading to death by septic shock. I pointed out.
What do you know about tardigrades?
I ran a quick search through my memory. During my unfinished medical education, I learned a lot about microorganisms like bacteria, viruses, treponema, parasites, and mycobacteria. If I recall correctly, they are gross with many legs, and they're not known to cause major infectious diseases.
Tardigrades, aka water bears, are water-dwelling 8-legged segmented microanimals about 0.02 inches in length. They're known for being perhaps the most durable of known organisms, able to survive in extreme environments that would kill almost any other animal. For example, they can endure the temperature ranges from -458 to 300 degrees Fahrenheit and more than 1,200 times the normal atmospheric pressure. Throw in ionizing radiation.
With his Formula One-worthy driving technique, Rowling barely avoided running over a stray goat that wandered into the boulevard. It looked like someone had tried to sacrifice the animal in a Santeria ritual and failed. Considering its track record of survival, it was a truly lucky goat. Wow, perhaps they're tougher than roaches.
Right. They can survive by going into an ametabolic state of life called cryptobiosis. In addition, a class of water bears called Extremis tardigrada has been reported in a hot spring in Cape Verde, which correlates with the plant trace. Unfortunately, the geographical location where Extremis tardigrada was originally found, as well as the sample, was destroyed due to an earthquake, and a subsequent search was unsuccessful. So the existence of this class of tardigrade is considered dubious. Then again, multiple cases of missing persons leaving their garments behind before disappearing have been reported in that location.
The car slowed near Yankee Stadium and stopped at a sports bar. Immediately, a drop-dead gorgeous blonde woman in a Diane von Furstenberg wrap dress came out. Air kissing his cheeks, she cooed, "Hello, darling." Wowza, I don't know who she is, but it looks like she's at least got Rowling's seal of approval. I guess if the old saying, like father, like son, holds true, then he must have all sorts of lady friends that he can call on at any given moment. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you for watching. See you soon.